Let me ask you something. What if I told you that two men, born thousands of miles apart, shaped by completely different upbringings, ended up rewriting the history of football, not because of luck, not because they were destined, but because of relentless discipline and unstoppable belief? Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. You've heard the arguments, the comparisons, the endless debates of who's the GOAT. But today, forget the debate, because this isn't about choosing sides. It's about learning from both.
What can we learn from Ronaldo and Messi to push past the limit, to write our own legacy? Strength in every moment, grace in every play. Chase your ambition and light your own way.
Think of Ronaldo, the boy who stayed after practice, adding hundreds of extra shots when everyone else went home. Or Messi, the kid who battled a growth hormone condition, yet turned what people saw as a limitation into unmatched precision and creativity. Their success holds a message for you and me. Greatness isn't born, it's built. And the same lessons that made them legends can transform your own life. Let's get into it.
From Madeira shores to La Masia's halls, they rose by endurance when the challenge
Why their stories matter. Imagine this for a moment. A skinny boy in Madeira, Portugal, kicking a tattered ball down the street. He's so poor, he sometimes skips meals just to keep training. His dream? To be the best footballer in the world. His name? Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, picture another boy, thousands of miles away, in Rosario, Argentina. He's tiny, smaller than the other kids his age. At 11, doctors diagnosed him with a growth hormone deficiency that threatens his future in football. Without treatment, he may never play professionally. But still, he dribbles the ball as if it's stitched to his feet. His name? Lionel Messi. Two boys, two continents, and two impossible odds. If we didn't know how their stories end, we might assume they never stood a chance. And yet, they rose from those beginnings to become two of the greatest athletes the world has ever seen. Now, let's pause here. Why does this matter to you and me? Because, in many ways, their struggles mirror our own. Maybe you weren't born in poverty or with a health condition, but you faced challenges, moments when the odds were stacked against you. I remember sitting late at night with a project, exhausted, broke, and questioning whether the effort was even worth it. It felt like running on empty. But watching clips of Messi weaving past defenders twice his size, or Ronaldo sprinting uphill with weighted vests, gave me perspective. If they could fight their battles, I could fight mine. And that's where their real story begins. Not under stadium lights, but in the unseen moments. Ronaldo running laps after teammates went home. Messi enduring nightly injections so his body could keep up with his dreams. Here's the fascinating part. Ronaldo wasn't even the most naturally gifted in his youth teams. Coaches say what set him apart was obsession. The first to arrive, the last to leave. Messi, meanwhile, was quiet and shy off the pitch. But with the ball at his feet, his calm focus turned into magic, allowing him to see the game differently. That's the lesson. Your starting point doesn't define your finishing line. Whether it's financial struggles, health problems, or self-doubt, remember, greatness isn't forged in ease, it's forged in fire. Ronaldo and Messi didn't succeed because life was kind. They succeeded because life was hard, and they refused to stop. So maybe the real question isn't who's better. The question is, what's stopping you from chasing your own version of greatness? Discipline overcomes limits. Think about the last time you didn't feel like showing up. Maybe the gym, maybe that project, maybe just dragging yourself out of bed at 6 a.m. That hesitation, that's the space where greatness is either lost or built. Cristiano Ronaldo has lived his entire career in that space. While most athletes train a couple of hours a day, he puts in up to 4, mixing sprints, strength, swimming, Pilates, and recovery routines. And it's not about doing more, it's about precision. After late-night matches, he'd pull teammates into freezing 4 a.m. ice baths. exhausting, uncomfortable, but it set a standard. Even in his early days at Manchester United, he made training harder than it had to be, practicing ball control in woodland undergrowth, forcing himself to adapt to uneven ground. While others played on perfect pitches, he prepared for imperfection. Now travel to Rosario, Argentina. At 10, Lionel Messi was giving himself nightly hormone injections to fight a condition that threatened his career before it even began. Not for weeks, not months, but years. That kind of discipline isn't glamorous. It's lonely, painful. But without it, there might never have been a Messi on the world stage. And that's the truth of discipline. It doesn't always look like trophies or highlight reels. Most times, it looks like showing up when you'd rather not. But here's something people overlook. Greatness isn't built in isolation. It's shaped by the environment you choose or create. Ronaldo treats his life like a performance lab. 6 small clean meals a day, no processed foods, advanced recovery systems, cryotherapy chambers, hypoxic sleep machines, even a 28,000-pound mattress. Extreme? Maybe, but it stacks the odds in his favor. Messi's environment was different, but just as crucial. When his family couldn't afford his treatments, Barcelona stepped in and paid for them. That wasn't just medical help. It was belief, stability, and the platform that let his talent grow. Without that support system, football history might look very different. And here's where their stories merge. The reason they've stayed at the top isn't talent, it's consistency. Ronaldo at 40 still breaks records. Champions League goals, international goals, you name it. Young stars like Mbappe and Bellingham copy his methods. And Messi? For 2 decades, he's quietly built layer upon layer of brilliance, culminating in a World Cup at 38. Neither relied on flashes of genius. They relied on daily habits, repeated so long they became an identity. Now that's the lesson. Talent gives you a head start, but consistency wins the race. 5 minutes every day toward your goal will beat one perfect day followed by weeks of nothing. Ronaldo and Messi don't wait for motivation. They lean on systems. And so can you. So hey, you don't need to train like Ronaldo or inject yourself like Messi, but you can take their mindset. Show up daily, even when it's not glamorous. Shape your environment to fuel your growth. Stay consistent, even when results feel invisible. Your journey won't look like theirs, but it doesn't need to. Greatness isn't about stadiums or trophies. It's about refusing to quit on yourself. And if this story lit a spark inside you, hit like, subscribe, share with others, and let's keep building that relentless version of you.
Be the author of tomorrow, start today.